evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. Today is Tuesday, October 22nd, 2019. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, a fire in Coffee County claimed the life of one person and seriously injured another. And we'll talk with the chairman of the Coffee County Industrial Board. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
It was us. We let the dogs out. Bark in the Park is Saturday, November 2nd from 10 until 2 at Wagner Park. Come out and help support the Tullahoma Animal Shelter's Medical Fund during a day of barking family fun that includes dog contests, grooming, pup paw art, a bounce house, and more. Contact Jeff Wilson at the Tullahoma Animal Shelter to learn more.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. Only 2 remaining 2018 Kia Stingers up to $10,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. Thunder 1320 Radio says one person is dead and another received severe burns in the structure fire in Coffee County early Monday morning. Area first responders answered a call to 689 Garner Road at approximately 3:22 a.m. Monday. Authorities confirmed that a body was recovered and they believe the deceased is Joyce Garner, aged 57, but an autopsy will be performed for a positive identification. The burn victim, identified as Jesse Garner, owner of the home, was transported to Unity Medical Center in Manchester and later transferred to Vanderbilt University Medical Center in Nashville.
Halloween traditions such as jack-o'-lanterns, trick-or-treating, and so-called haunted houses bring families and friends together each year to celebrate fall in festive, memorable ways. Unfortunately, Halloween's activities also carry fire safety risks that could result in injuries or, even worse, a fatality. According to data from the National Fire Protection Association, decorations are the first thing to ignite in 900 reported home fires each year. 2 of every 5 of these fires were started by a candle. With Halloween coming up this Thursday, the Tennessee State Fire Marshal's office is encouraging Tennesseans to keep safety in mind to help avoid fire risk commonly associated with Halloween decorations and activities. State Fire Marshal and Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance Commissioner Hagda Mandia said, quote, "We urge Tennesseans to keep their Halloween festivities safe and fun by remembering to practice caution when using open flames around fall decorations or Halloween costumes," end quote.
Employees of the Tullahoma Municipal Airport were recognized at last week's board meeting as City Employees of the Month.
Ms. Moody, I recognize you at the podium now for special recognition.
Thank you. It is, as we've been doing every month for several months, and you are aware, we like to recognize some of our employees for their outstanding achievements. And this month, I'm honored to recognize some employees of Tullahoma Airport. And I'd like to ask Dr. Daniel to join me. Dr. Daniel nominated these employees, recognizing the efforts and their professionalism in hosting the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association a few weeks ago. As you know, we had over 600 aircraft visit Tullahoma over 2 days, and 9,500 people attend. And I can only imagine how many times that fuel truck ran all over filling up airplanes.
I'm not sure you can.
No. I do know it was probably over 10,000 gallons of gasoline. So very successful event. Really makes Tullahoma known all over the world because of this small airport and its tremendous tremendous way that we're able to host an event like this. I believe we're the smallest airport that's ever hosted this event, and we're also the only community that's been visited a second time. And so we may have also heard a few comments that this was their favorite location. So we're just honored by all of that and really want to honor the employees who represented us so well. John Glass, our airport manager, Jimmy Chapman, and Cynthia Duke. And they're here tonight. They'll come up. Dr. Daniel, do you have anything you want to add?
We are really fortunate to have employees like this. They're almost like the postal service. It doesn't matter what the weather is, how cold it is, how wet it is, how snowy it is. They're there fueling airplanes, dragging airplanes around, and always doing so in an absolutely safe way, which means a lot to them, and it means a lot to us also. Great team.
I think that's right. You are our welcome center, for lack of a better term. You're the face that they see first in Tullahoma, and we are so honored to work with you and thankful to have you. So thank you so much. And we'll take a picture with you, please. Oops, sorry.
Thanks, congratulations. Good job, guys.
Over 2,000 trick-or-treaters are expected to converge on the downtown square in Manchester Thursday afternoon for the annual Safe on the Square program. The event, which is sponsored by the Coffee County Children's Advocacy Center, was originally set up to provide a safe venue for trick-or-treaters and will be held this Thursday from 2:30 p.m. until 5 p.m. Motorists are reminded to drive carefully and be aware of children crossing the streets. And after these messages, we'll be right back.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. Check out the 2019 fully loaded V6 Kia Sorento, up to $6,400 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
Welcome back. Tom Corrington spoke recently with David Bond, chairman of the Coffee County Industrial Board.
What's going on at the airport? Anything in particular these days?
Well, they're very busy. We are blessed in Coffee County to have one of the top airports, small airports in the state, and they've been recognized several times for that. Yeah. And we recently had a company come in that's expanded. They are into the electronics of the air business. We're also building some new hangars out there. So that park is pretty aggressive. The airport board is very aggressive at trying to work with those people out there, and so we're very blessed to have that as an asset, which helps recruiting for the whole county, because a lot of our businesses use the Tullahoma Airport to bring their executives in.
Yeah, 4 parks, and how many businesses does that represent to you that are in your parks?
I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know how many we have. The number is, in the 40s, 50s, kind of. It's that kind of number. Yeah. The interstate park is essentially complete. There's no available space in that park. So
I wondered about that.
There, we're looking at growth of those industries, and many of them are expanding. Okay, and most of the expansion that we've had has occurred in that park are in businesses that are not located in any of the parks, because we also have businesses that are located within the county or within the cities that are not located in the parks.
Right.
And we work with them very closely as well.
Oh, yeah.
And in 17 and 18, 2017 and 18, we had 9 of our businesses that made significant expansions. And in 2019, we're going to have 9 or 10 more that are making significant expansions.
Right.
Okay, so we're growing. We're doing well right now.
Yeah, very good. And you mentioned the Joint Park, which is comes under question every once in a while. It hasn't done very well. The location there, I'm not even sure how many we've got there. 3 maybe, 2 or 3 or 4. That's not any particular comment about that operation?
Well, the Joint Park was created, and and power provided for the Joint Park at an unfortunate time in terms of the national economic cycle. Sometime shortly after that park was created there, the nation went into a slump. Yeah. And so there was no real growth going on in the nation, and that's unfortunate, but we've come back now, and so we have 3 or 4 businesses in our Joint Park. We also have a spec building, which was completed a year ago, and that's drawing a lot of interest. We've had a number of businesses that have been in. We have not yet located a business that's going to go in there, but I expect that to happen in the near term, in the foreseeable future. And we also have an area there, a fairly sizable piece of that land that is certified by the Tennessee Economic Development certified site, which means that it's a choice site. It's very good, and we have, in fact, we are talking to a company currently that's interested in that site. So I think you're going to see some activity in that park. Now, I would say that the location of that park would not be conducive to a company that had a lot of truck traffic, because they have to get to the interstate. They've got to travel through Manchester and through school zones and that kind of stuff. So it's
We'll be right back with more News Leader on 6.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
Welcome back. The Tullahoma Senior Citizen Center is having a craft show this weekend. John Gray brings us this story.
All right, folks, I'm happy to have two of the lovely young ladies with me today from the Senior Citizen Center. And girls, are y'all crafting?
Yes, we are. We're making just about anything.
You going to have a show? Sale?
We are on Friday from 1 to 5 on November 1st, and all day Saturday 9 to 4 on November 2nd.
Oh, that'll be great.
And we need crafters, so if anybody's interested in being in the show, it's $20 for both days, which we think is a very fair price. So we hope some of the people that are watching will be interested in coming and putting things in.
And the money goes to senior citizens, right?
Yes. Right.
So, do y'all have, there's so much goes on over at the Senior Citizen Center.
That's true.
There's all kinds of great things and great activities. Now, do y'all have a crafting room or a crafting activity, or do y'all just get together and go, what are we going to make next?
Well, this is our first craft fair. And before I might make this clear, most people that are renting our booths, that's their money. We do have some people that are donating for the craft fair for the center, but if they have rent a table, they make their own money.
Right, but then they pay a fair price for the booth.
I just want to make that clear.
So the senior citizens gets the booth money.
Right.
And the thing about it is, when you're a craft person or a sculptor, or an artist, or anything like that, the hardest thing to do is get your stuff
out
in front of a bunch of people.
Right. Yeah,
and the Senior Citizen Center is providing a perfect place for that to happen. So if there's Mr. Crafter's out there right now watching this, what does he need to do to get a booth?
We have the application to fill out when they make their payment, and they can go by the Senior Center at 410 North Collins, and this is the Tullahoma Coffee County Senior Center.
Right. So they can go by the Senior Center here in Tullahoma and fill out an application and give their $20 booth fee.
Right.
And then that's going to be November the
1st and 2nd.
1st and 2nd. Okay. Now, will there be food there too? Will there be any food vendors? I know the seniors. We seniors, we like to eat, don't we?
We like to bake too.
We like to bake. I know my brother takes cookies down there all the time. Yeah, Jerry. So he goes in with a tin of cookies every time he goes down there to the boys that shoot pool down there. They eat cookies all day.
Yeah. We have crocheting, a lot of things that's made. Those are scarves that's being made.
Now, what is this material right here? I love that. That's the softest feeling thing in the world.
Made out of polyester.
Now, what's this?
That's crochet.
That's crochet right there.
Yes.
This is done by hand. Is that right, Imogen?
Done by fingers.
These
no needles.
But I love that. And then you've got a beautiful wreath down here. This is interesting.
Yes.
If I can pick it up without messing it up. Look at what we've done now.
It's a fork here.
It's a fork tree. But there it is. Look at that. Isn't that something?
We have quite a few of these
wind chimes.
Wind chimes being made.
So that's made out of silverware.
Yes, it
forks
is.
and spoons and knives. Then that over there, what are those, leg
These
warmers?
These are fingerless gloves.
They're what? Fingerless gloves.
Without gloves. I mean, without the fingers.
Yeah, so that way you can keep your hands warm, but you can still drive or type or whatever you want to do. That's great. Well, I tell you what, we want to thank you both for being here.
Well, thank you
That's
for
November
having
the
us.
1st and 2nd at the Senior Center, right across from Codes and right next to the Tullahoma Coffee County Library, right there.
Yes.
Near the baseball complex, got plenty of parking, got plenty to do. Be a crafter, stop by there before the 1st and 2nd, fill out your form, pay for a booth space.
Right.
And come have a big time with these girls.
We would love to have them.
That's right. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Okay.
More News Leader on 6 is coming up in a moment.
The wait is finally over. The all-new redesigned Ford Ranger is back at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma. Stop and test drive one today at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma on Highway 55, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
My wife Jackie has always been the life of the party, but things changed when she couldn't be as active anymore.
They told me I needed a double knee replacement.
It's not as big a deal as it used to be, but she still needed to go to rehab.
I was amazed at how good the therapists were at Life Care. They took really good care of me.
They took excellent care of her. And now she's back doing the things she loves, and that makes everyone happy.
Life Care Center of Tullahoma wants you to get active and live well.
Terry Stroop here with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We've had a long, hot summer. It's football time here in Tullahoma, and with that comes fall weather. It's a great time for you to schedule your fall maintenance checks so we can help keep you comfortable. Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration would like to congratulate the class of 2020.
Welcome back. The Tullahoma Animal Shelter's Bark in the Park fundraiser is coming up Saturday. The shelter's director stopped by our studios to tell us about this year's event.
So what's you got Bark in the Park coming up?
Yes, absolutely. And I believe in our mission. That's why I keep coming back here. And also, you're fun to talk to, and everyone else on the staff here are all fantastic. So, but yeah, Bark in the Park on November 2nd is coming right up from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And that will be in the park.
Exactly. Oh, the Wagner Park.
The Wagner Park, where the dog park is, right?
Exactly.
Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that great?
That's Mr. Bubba right there, looking
How
great.
many dogs do y'all usually run through? How many dogs do you usually have at the facility?
Honestly, on average, about
census.
Yeah, I'd say probably between 12 and 16. I mean, we're staying pretty close to the same amount of dogs that come in and come out every single day.
Right.
Because we use Pet Finder, and we work pretty hard to get these dogs adopted.
So then the next question is, how many a week do you move out of the facility?
Okay, a week. I would probably
or a
go
day.
with. I would say between 2 and 4 probably a day. So then you're looking at
that
maybe
many?
Yes.
That's incredible, man.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, and like I said, it's just a lot of people are looking for dogs. They're fantastic, and we use Pet Finder and Facebook, and people know all about us.
So you're running 20 dogs a week through there.
That's about right.
That's just amazing. That's amazing. Congratulations. Great job.
Thank you.
And we have to thank a lot of the people in town as well, because there was a great fundraising drive to build this facility.
Absolutely.
And the city stepped up, and our citizens stepped up, and we have a great facility and a fine young man like this in charge there, and everything's good. Now, you've got something special over here that you want to talk to us about in this box. You can see part of it on the screen next to him. This is pull that out of there and hold it up where people can see that, and give us an explanation of what this is.
Well, one of the things we do at Bark in the Park that people are familiar with is silent auction, and the community has been very generous and very active. People have been working very hard to try to find ways to support us, and this is probably the most unique thing I've seen. We've got a guitar here that was given to a former employee of the Capitol Records, and then their tenant donated this guitar to us. So we've got autographs on here from individuals like Trace Atkins, Jamie O'Neill, Garth Brooks. I mean, it's quite a few country artists on here.
We think that's Keith Urban on the end right there. What Jeff's going to have to do is we're going to have to find somebody to authenticate some of this stuff to make sure that, and we of course think that Capitol Records is not going to give something out that's bogus.
Yes, exactly.
But it's still a person who wants to own this wants to be assured that they're buying true signatures.
Exactly right.
And because that can be a high dollar piece of equipment right there. And how many bags of food and bowls and blankets could that buy?
Oh, goodness.
A bunch.
Definitely. So it makes a huge difference. So if someone's willing to come out here and put a bid on it and take it home, not only do you get something fantastic, you're making a huge difference. So there's really no better time to get involved in an auction than one that's going to benefit our dogs here.
Yeah, very good. Now, will that take place at Bark in the Park?
Yes, it will.
Can somebody come by the facility? Well, if it's an auction, it's going to be up and down anyway. So, but they could still could they come by the facility and look at the guitar prior to?
They could, and also what we're looking at doing is actually putting this on Facebook so people can kind of do some early bidding on it as well prior to it actually going on.
Well, listen, we appreciate you, and we want you folks to remember Bark in the Park, and that's on the 3rd.
On November 2nd. That coming Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we also could use plenty of volunteers as well, too. There's going to be things like bounce houses, putt-paw art, a whole bunch of vendors, so you should definitely bring your dogs for things like rabies vaccinations, microchipping, and pet grooming.
And don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Joyce Norton, who will tell us about an upcoming job fair. We'll also speak with Sean from the Hands-On Science Center about the science of wine brewing and spirits event coming up this weekend. And we'll hear from a missionary group who recently returned from a trip to Africa. All that and more on this week's Living.
And stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up right after these messages.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC in Winchester. Select Silverados will receive supplier pricing and $6,500 in rebates only at Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC on the bypass in Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's going to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again, just the two of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1971 at 82 degrees. The record low was in 1952 at 20 degrees. Average high on this day is 68, and the average low is 42. Rain in the forecast for tonight with a low of 55. Rain continues in the forecast for Wednesday with a high of 69 and a low of 63, and intermittent showers expected on Thursday with a high of 67 and a low of 30. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.